First and foremost, I have very high standards,
Mm,
and
good.
I've been noticing it's just harder and harder as time goes by to meet any candidates for romance that come even anywhere close to meeting my standards. Certainly not on the internet. And I'm getting a little bit older. I'm 44.
Great.
And in my 20s, I had time to play around, to be in my 20s. And since then, it's been about finding the man that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with.
Hey.
Basically, I'm just very clear on what I want. There's a lot of boxes that need to be ticked. I know this man is out there, and
Mhm.
it's just a matter of finding him. Seven-figure salary.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys like the video. So far, we can tell there's delusional woman in every race.
Right.
Already said morning routine.
Yes.
That includes some sort of exercise
Mhm.
with group accountability,
Mhm.
as well as some sort of very high nutrition, I'm going to say smoothie.
You see this look on her face? She probably thinking, you know what? I don't know where you're gonna find that man, but I'm not gonna tell you anything. I'm gonna just let you talk your shit. You see, every time she says something, she say, He was like, girl, you're not gonna find. I don't think you're going to find that man, but she's not going to tell her that. Let's keep watching.
At least 5'10". I feel like that's generous. I need him to be obviously in very good shape.
Mhm.
I need him to have a full head of hair.
Mhm.
That's very important to me.
Okay.
Be a Christian, but not take it too seriously. Like, I don't want to have to go to church every Sunday, but I don't want to get into fights over religion either.
Sure. Of course.
You know what she said, I kind of agree with that, because a lot of people, like, when they are in a different relation, right? When you have, like, let's say you have a different point of view from what their Bible is saying, some of them, they're gonna argue with you, or they even gonna have a fight because we have two different opinions about something. But let's see what else she has to say. I think that's the only good thing she said so far.
I want him to have an impeccable wardrobe. I want his suits to be tailored.
Mhm.
I want him to look good in greens and blues because those are complementary to what I look good in.
What? But let's keep watching, man. This shit is crazy.
Absolutely no jewelry.
Okay.
Absolutely no tattoos.
Okay.
Unless the only tattoo that would be acceptable would be a very small tattoo if he were in a secret society at an Ivy League university and was forced to get a tattoo, that I would make a pass for.
He was forced.
I want him to be from a good family. I'll know what that means when I see it, or what more well said, I'll know what wouldn't satisfy that criteria when I see it.
Okay.
Never been married, no kids. I want to be his first wife. Our children are going to be his only children.
Mhm.
No allergies.
What?
Has to like animals. I would prefer that he's a cat person, but if he's a dog person, that's okay.
I think she probably have some kinds. Well, so far what I can tell you with those requirements, I guess you're gonna have to live with your cats. This is crazy.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
How soon can you find the man that satisfies this checklist?
Yeah, hey, yeah, this shit is crazy. So she wants her to find that man. Where exactly is she going to find that man? 7 figures? You cannot make 7 figures if you just work in a regular job. You gotta have you gotta have your own business in order to make that much money. So there's also another part to that list. So that's not it at all. So we're gonna go on part 2. She's going to add more to that, to the first list. So make sure you guys pay close attention to everything that she's saying.
Have at least, I mean, I'm going to say a 7-figure job. Okay. But you also need to know how to deal with a very strong woman. I need a strong man that also knows when it's his place and when it's not. Because, for example, matters of how the home is decorated, matters of how the children are raised, like those things are my decision, right? He has to be handy. He needs to be good with his hands. I find that very attractive in a man. I don't want him coming to me on weekends looking for what are we going to do to fill our time. I want him to have hobbies and interests that make him an interesting, well-rounded person. I'd love to even add to the list something like golf or pickleball. Maybe that would be something he and I could do together. I would be open to that.
I would just kind of want to see if we can find a way to get you a little out of your way, because my concern is that you may end up being stuck in a position where no matter who I put in front of you, no matter how amazing or wonderful the man truly is, you're going to find something wrong with him. I do have one gentleman actually that I think could be a fascinating match for you. I will speak with him. Actually, his name is Bart. And I will see if...
Don't love that name.
I will see if he's available, and we will see sort of the reaction that you each have to one another, and we'll take it from there.
Might be open to changing his name.
You haven't met the man and then you already have a problem. You know how she was saying she's a strong woman, she's looking for a strong man. So we can tell, we can see why this woman is still single.
First and foremost, I have very high standards, and I've been noticing it's just harder and harder as time goes by to meet any candidates for romance that come even anywhere close to meeting my standards. Certainly not on the internet. And I'm getting a little bit older. I'm 44. In my 20s, I had time to play around, to be in my 20s. And since then, it's been about finding the man that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with.
Yeah.
Too many other important things in my life to waste time, getting to know someone.
We all know what she meant by in her 20s, she was having fun. We know exactly what that means. So you tell me from 20 and then now you 44 and then you still haven't found a man and you tell me you're still looking, I guess you are the problem. So now after you having your fun, so you take a man that making 7 figures, you're the one that you think he's going to choose?
Or having some sort of romance with someone that isn't gonna fulfill the needs I have for my life. Don't fool me with all your romance. Don't fool me with all your dinners and your yada, yada, yada. Like, you need to give me the facts on paper of where we are.
Okay. When was your last serious relationship?
My last serious relationship, probably 20 years ago.
I'm just...
Oh.
Okay. And how long?
It's okay to ask the question.
Penelope, I apologize. I don't mean to laugh. Because it's really important to loosen up. And I mean, no criticism, my goodness sakes. I've been doing this for a very long time, helping people find their true love. At the end of the day, there's a lid for every pot. So in that relationship that you had 20 years ago, what did you fall in love with? What did the two of you share?
Okay.
going and getting sushi, going and walking on the beach, all that kind of stuff that, you can do in your 20s. And then he ends up completely leaving the state with a woman he met surfing one day.
Okay. Something is not adding up. She was the interviewer was scared to ask the question. I think she should have asked her the question so we can know how long the relationship was, because I don't think if you've been with a man, I'm not saying it's impossible. I don't think if you've been with this man for a long time and then he just gonna leave you, move to a different state with a different woman. So you know what I think, since she didn't tell us, I don't know if she's going to, but I think that man she probably dating maybe is somebody that they probably just having fun, because according to what she said, in her 20s she was simply having fun. So I think that man, he wasn't somebody that she was taking serious. I think he was somebody that they were just having fun.
Where would you say that your standards are so high that you're just not finding it anywhere?
So I am very successful. Want to be the managing director of my law firm. I'm always looking at the next stage of my life. And I have found that most of the men that I've dated are not this serious about doing what it takes to perform at the level that I perform at.
So one of the things that you mentioned was that you were looking forward to, and correct me if I'm wrong, becoming manager or managing director of your law firm. And right now, from what I'm aware, through the person that gifted this to you, you are lead receptionist. So I wanted to just kind of see. That's a big aspiration, and it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful to chase our dreams.
Yes. And it's not chasing a dream. It's creating the next steps of a life that are absolutely set in stone at this point. Yes, technically, is the badge on my desk, is the title on my paycheck, lead receptionist? Yes. Do I do a million times more than just leading reception? 100%. I am, quite frankly, the most essential person in that entire law firm. I do have a law degree. Okay. And so the reason I'm not actually practicing law right now is because I've had a little bit of an issue with the licensure board of the state. It's really just a technicality based around the fact that I can't pass the bar exam, but that will be over very soon. And promises have been made to me within the firm that as soon as I can get my licensure cleared up, which again is really just a technical issue, that I will basically go from head receptionist to full partner. And then from there, it's a hop, skip, and a jump to managing partner.
All right. So I was looking to see if I can find a full interview, but I couldn't find the whole thing. So, I think the interviewer scared to ask her some question, and scared to tell her the truth. I think it's gonna be almost impossible for her to find a man that making seven figures, right? If a man making seven figures, I think he gonna try to date somebody younger if he wants to build a family, because this woman, she's already 44. You guys know what happened when you having kids at around that age. So, I wish her all the best. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think this woman, she is crazy. So you spend all your 20s having fun, and then now you're 44. You think now is the time for you to start taking relationships serious?